How's it going, everyone? I'm V. I'm a character artist, comic book artist, and a software developer. I have an action-packed webtoon called Powernote starring Aria, the little lady on the right there. I love drawing dynamic fighting poses, so in this video, I'm going to be taking a pose from a real-life photo and drawing my character, Aria, in that pose. I'll start building my foundation and understanding the makeup of the pose, then time-lapse the rest out. Now, with all that out of the way, let's begin. Now, to kick this off, we have found a good reference to work with. Speaking of, if you need a good place to find reference material, I cannot recommend Pinterest enough. Definitely check out Pinterest, make an account. You could make little pin boards and whatnot to keep all kinds of different pictures and whatever you may stumble on from that website. I have a board myself that has like a bunch of different things like poses, coloring references, the works. Trust me, it's a really great site. Check it out. Now for this image in particular, we're going to take this pose here and break it down into simple gestures, lines, and shapes to get a good hold of the basic makeup of the pose. Everywhere you look, there are a bunch of swoops, shapes, lines, squiggles, and everything else that make up basically everything around you. So you will want to develop your artist's eye to spot these things and be able to break them down into easy to read forms. A lot of you here already know that I use triangles for a lot of my basic shapes. It works the best for me when building poses, so that's what I roll with. As you can see now, I'm using a mix of lines and weirdly shaped triangles and other kind of organic shapes to basically rough this out so I can get a good understanding of exactly what's going on here. Getting a good read of the sweeping energy and the kick here, and ultimately simplifying things into basic shapes so that I can reference this on my own. I have like a little mental reference. You know, you gotta get your mental reference game on point, alright? It's very important. Don't forget that. Alright, I'm sure you guys are tired of hearing me babble away, so let's kick this time lapse off and we will reconvene. Alright, at this stage of the drawing, I've basically got all of my building blocks worked out. I do want to stress that if there is anything that you need to get worked out in your piece, this is the step that you want to do that in. It'll be a lot easier to fix it now than it would be to fix it later. Ooh, very nice, very nice. So far I'm liking the way that this is coming along. No catastrophic, unfixable, janky perspective. Everything flows really well and it communicates effectively what the character is doing. Which, as an artist, communication is probably one of the top priorities. Well, at least in the world of comics and animation. Of course you can argue that everything is relative, but if you create something with the intent of sharing with others, you should probably make sure that the others understand what it is that you're sharing with them. Just a thought. Right, as I was saying, I am currently satisfied with this pose. Now, normally my next course of action would be to do another sketch pass in red, mainly to refine any areas that may not translate well in the lining stage. However, since things look clear enough to me, I think I'm just gonna jump right into doing the line work. My favorite step in the process, because it's just oodles of fun. Man, do I ever love some clean line work. I find it funny when I hear other people say how much they hate line work, but I freaking love it. It's like one of my favorite things to do. Something about getting that crisp, perfect sweeping stroke is just so satisfying. Alright, I think that's going to do it for the line work step. And since I'm happy with this, I think it's time that we move on to the coloring step, which is my next favorite step. So we're going to start off with doing some flats, and then we get into all the cool, fancy rendering stuff. Now let me just set up my layers here, get my colors and whatnot all coordinated and such. I have a pretty cool idea of how I want to do the lighting here, so I think this picture is going to end up turning out really, really fun. So let's kick off the next time lapse, and I will see you all soon. And with that, we are done. Check that out. Look at our girl getting swole. Man, do I wish I could be swole like that. Hot damn. Yes, what was I? Oh yeah. So I'm really happy with the way this piece turned out. The colors, the lighting, the anatomy. I'm really vibing with it. You know what I mean? And with that, that's going to wrap it up for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you liked the video, please like, share it, and subscribe if you want to see more art from moi. You can also check out my Instagram or my Twitter. I post over there sometimes. Thank you so much for watching. And remember, keep those art powers high, young heroes, and I will see you all in the next video. Good lord.